Hey guys, I'm HP. This is Dr. Pink, and today's topic is a improvisation of the jazz tune Sunny. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy with a free member account, or to support the entire work which me and Dr. Pink are doing for the guitar community with a premium member account. So what are you talking about? I'll show you. A smooth jazz intermediate improvisation over this tune Sunny. And we're taking things from stuff you already know and try to put it into a form where you start to really go for the chords. You know, a lot of players just play pentatonic stuff and play by their guts, and that works in many cases pretty well. In the case of Sunny, you probably it will not work, so it's a good tune to start to getting into this topic. Sometimes it's cool to follow the chords, sometimes it's better to keep it on, on an open way of playing, and that's what we are going to talk about today. Alright guys, first we need to analyze the tune and the chords and to figure out which chords are played, which modes you can play over the entire thing. Then we try to put it into a shape of something you already know and add the additional stuff. So Sunny is basically the chords 1, is basically this here. We have A minor 7, then it moves down to G minor 7 to C7 to F major 7. And then to B minor 7 flat 5 and to E7 alt. This played twice, and the third time it's played a little bit different. A minor 7 to C7 to F major 7 and to B flat 13 or B flat 7 sharp 11. And then the other one comes again. So 3 times the first version, and so 2 times the first version, then once this version, then once again the first version. That is Sunny. So what are we playing here? What is really important, and that's what I want to teach you today, is that you really try to refer to the chords even you're not too much into mode playing, you know. A lot of people think when you talk about modes, then you need to play runs up and down, but that's not the point. The point is that you know what you're doing and you know where you're going. So, and therefore you need to know the modes plus the arpeggios, because the arpeggios of each chord are the grid which you're going through, and the chord, every mode or every scale has 7 notes. A chord has 4 notes and 3 remaining notes, and this defines the main grid where you're working with. So we have A minor 7, which is of course Aeolian. This will be this one here. We have A minor 7 arpeggio. Okay. Plus additional 3 notes, and this will be creates Aeolian. Okay. Then we go to G minor 7 to F major 7. So this is a classic 2-5-1 progression. So on 2, again we have G minor 7 and sorry, C7, that will be here. To F major 7 here. Okay? So there's a 2-5-1 progression, or in other words, on the G minor we're playing Dorian. This will be this here. On C7 we have Mixolydian. Some people might say, now, what's the difference, because G minor 7 is basically the same notes. No, it's not, because it starts on another spot. Here it starts, we have intervals 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. There you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. So the intervals are different, even it's related to the bass note and not to the all over notes, and that's really important. On the F, the normal would be Ionian, but since we have two keys, we have first key is A minor, normally A minor 7, then it immediately switches to F major, but this F is the bridge back to A minor, and in A minor, F major 7 requires Lydian, and so we take the one which connects both keys. So we take Lydian, and that's 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5. And then we're coming to B minor 7 flat 5. We are back here now in A minor, so we play B minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. Or you can also play like this. I'm gonna explain to you why. Let's do it like this. Because I want to keep the whole thing centered in the normal pentatonic positions. You know, we have A minor pentatonic and we have G minor pentatonic, and we work around this by adding the additional stuff. So we're using this one here because this connects more with the normal position of the A minor pentatonic. And E7 here. Oh, I forgot this, the mode. It will be Locrian. 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7. 1, 2. And E7. That will be this one here. And we have A minor, harmonic minor. Okay, so this is now the grid where we're working in. So now how do we work in the practical use with this? Let's keep it simple as possible. I already said you start here with the A minor. You can play any kind of A minor pentatonic licks or A minor licks here in the root position. Then it goes to G minor. But then when it goes to C7, you somehow need to adapt to the chord. And there the arpeggio helps you to find those key notes, you know. The 4 notes of the arpeggio are the target or key notes which you should refer to. Let's give it a little example. We start here with A minor, so, and then 1 bar, and then comes G minor 7, C7. So then I just play this the G minor Dorian scale down, starting from one of the key notes, which is the flat 3 here. And we end up here, which is keynote of F. It's the 3. then it goes back to B minor 7. They come B minor 7 flat 5. So we play arpeggio notes and arpeggio notes on the E7. So it's not really runs, but I always know where I'm going and which is the exact chord and which note I'm referring to. It looks way more easy than it is, because you need to have a lot of things going on while you play, while you know what you're doing. So I'll show you quickly how this can sound. So it's really, I followed the chords, but it was not so complicated. I mean, you could do this out of your guts, and some of you get the same result. But I really encourage you to start really thinking the chords from one to the other chord, and also seeing the possibilities also inside the normal patterns which you always played. Like when you end up here, then you make an opening phrase back to A minor. Then we go back to A minor. We make a normal pentatonic opening lick here. And then we go to G minor. And then when C7 comes, we start on one of the target notes. And then we go to the F, just play chord notes, and we're back again in the position of the A minor, and then stay in position and try to really refer to the chords. In this case, B minor 7 flat 5, which is part of the arpeggio which I just showed, and goes here to the fifth of the E7. So let's see how these two lines work. Works pretty fine, okay? And then we go back to A minor, and you see that it goes, you know, tack, 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 tack. It's really the chords come really fast, but you need to stay inside the tune and always know what you're doing. So now we're coming back. We probably do something with pentatonic again, something like typical pentatonic lick. And then already goes again to G minor 7, C7. Then I just select the pentatonic lick on G minor. So just classical pentatonic lick works. And on C7, and resolve it here is basically really pentatonics. And now it goes to F again. So we're going here in this position. And then on the B7, oh, I forgot to say the chord plus the mode there, it's Lydian flat 7. So the chord is B7. That will be this one here, and Lydian flat 7. Well, you can also, what I do in this situation when I want to keep it easy, I just make a lettering chord where I play the B7 sharp 11 chord, something like this. So we have okay. Let me do now the first 3 lines of this tune. Works really nicely. Of course, everything has to be smooth, but the trick is that you always target on each chord, and they come really fast. I mean, the playing here is not so hard. I mean, you can keep it simple as I'm doing now, but while you need to think what is going on, that's the hard part, that you never fall out of this wall of information which is moving all the time. So now let's finish the chorus. We have a bar B minus 7 flat 5, so we go. So we start here again here on a chord note, go direct to the chord note of the next chord, E7, and then we switch to pentatonic again, a classical pentatonic lick, and end up, we could end up here on the A, but to make it more jazz, we slide here on the B, which creates a 9. And at the end comes E7 alto, then we do lettering. Lettering chords are a good way to avoid long runs, but still have a great effect. You know, just take the chord and just make a lettering. And then you have a pretty professional sounding, not too hard to play, intermediate smooth jazz improvisation over this tune. I'm going to play the entire thing now, see how this thing works out. Played it a little bit different now, sorry for that. You know, I'm not really the guy who is really good with playing stuff exactly the same each time. I've written it out here for you guys. If you want to have these tabs, by the way, plus here the modes and the arpeggios, it's available in the HPCrazy guitar community for download for premium members. Yo, that's the way you can do this. And when you make combinations, what you also can do, you can add any kind of licks and just pick certain spots where you follow the chords, you know. That's also a good method. Or you make combinations with a theme. I'm going to play the whole theme now and try to play this improvisation again, and then try to include the theme plus ideas from all this, okay? So that you see how you can work with this stuff. But the main thing is that you always have this wall of information which follows you. That has to be always there. Better play only a few notes, but you always know where you are. That's way more better. So, theme. Now we go into the improvisation. go, guys. That was an intermediate improvisation on Sunny. It's really hard to teach jazz guitar improvisation because there are several ways of fulfilling the task. What I always try to do is take what you always can play, and most players can do pentatonic stuff, you know, and try to put this into the task and then add additional stuff. And also some tunes sound way more better, like this is a typical one where you in fact do pentatonic stuff but also refer to the chords, and that's in this case the best solution from my point of view. But there are of course other players who play other stuff, you know. They cannot say you have to do this exactly this way or this way or this way. I just can talk about what is possible, what I would do, but at the end of the day you have to find out yourself what you want to do. But one thing which is for sure something which is required, that you have this wall of information always following you, and that you know where you are, what the possibilities are, and then you can choose. I mean, there are always a lot of possibilities, and then after a certain while you find out which ones serve your playing best, you know. And just for example, I'm more the blues guy, and I love to have the guitar sounding a bit bluesy, but still a bit jazzy. So I'm like between the worlds, and I like to be there, and I like the sound of it. But if you want to sound more jazzy, then you have to play it differently. You know, if you want to play it more bluesy, you can even play it more bluesy, and that's the hard part. And this cannot be taught. It just can, you know, just with personal students, we always find then it's something different, because then you find out how a student functions and which kind of playing serves the playing of a student most, you know. And that's the part which cannot be done in a tutorial, but I really try to figure it out in a way that you are able to follow the whole thing. Good. As I already said, if you want to download tabs plus this cool backing track, it's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join them with a free member account. If you want to download the stuff, you need a premium member account. Good. Being Dr. Pink or saying goodbye.